Hey guys, welcome back. So I've seen loads of people who are on the fence about the DJI Action 2. So I'm going to give you 10 reasons why to consider it, 5 reasons why I think you may want to avoid it. So let's start off with the big one. 4K, 120 frames per second. Super slow motion, super smooth, buttery, amazing. I don't think anything else needs to be said about it. To be able to do 4K 120 in a camera that's so small and so light, it's just unbelievable. Electronic image stabilization. You've got 4 modes: steady, rock steady, horizon balancing, and horizon steady. So the main one there, 45-degree tilt, the horizon balancing, which can do up to 4K 60. It's great. My A6400 has no IBIS or no image stabilization whatsoever. So if you're vlogging, anything like that, bumpy terrain, mountain biking, EIS is something you're definitely going to need. Time lapses and hyperlapses. You know, I really think these are great on this camera because it spits you out a ready to use video. So there's no having to stitch it together in post. It will spit you out a ready to use file straight away, share it to social media, stick it in your videos for YouTube, whatever you want to do with it. It's super small, lightweight, 56 grams, stick it in your pocket, stick it in your bag. You can put it anywhere. The POV style with the magnetic pendant, really lightweight, you don't feel it. I just think it's got great versatility for its size. I don't think you can argue that for how big it is, it's not super powerful. The magnetic versatility is something I think is really great. You're able to stick it on railings if you're doing something like walking past a bit of B-roll. It magnets to the other thing. You've got magnetic adapters, magnetic pieces. You know, I just think the magnet system is really going to come on, and I think other companies are going to jump on that. I think it's really versatile. It's easy to use, it's strong, and it's definitely a plus point over having to mess about with the old 2-prong style GoPro adapters. Magnets definitely all the way for me. So the camera module is waterproof up to 10 meters, so you can get it wet, you can go swimming with it, stick it under a waterfall, whatever you want to do with it, you can get it wet. Peace of mind, it's not going to break. If you're someone who's not very familiar or keen with editing the footage afterwards, within the DJI Mimo app, you've got the AI editor, so you can select however many clips you want, and the app will automatically stitch them together for you, put some music in there, put in some transitions, and then you can share them straight to your social media. Easy as that. I also think the modular design is great, so if you only need the little camera, you can use it. You haven't got to have something bulky and heavy on you. Also, the front touchscreen, if you've got the dual screen combo, great for vlogging, or if you need to see yourself line up your shot when the camera's facing you, it's really good for that. And also it has 3 additional microphones, so audio quality is great without needing an external microphone. It's also really easy and simple to use. The touchscreen is really responsive, the menus are easy to follow and to navigate. I don't think anyone will have any issues using the camera in general and changing the settings. Nothing's too difficult, and if you want, you can even go into the app, and that's even easier to change them in there. And also, if you don't have an additional or a spare SD card, it doesn't really matter. You've got 22 gigabytes of built-in storage, which is roughly about 25 minutes of 4K 24 footage. So if you only need something for quick filming, quick clips, the internal storage will do you just fine. So what's the reasons not to consider this? Well, I guess the first one is the non-replaceable lens cover. I don't know why they've gone down that route. Any action camera should have a replaceable lens cover. You can be mountain biking, fall off your bike, skiing, crash, whatever. It should be replaceable, end of. If not, if you scratch it even by chucking it in your bag, whatever, it needs to go back to DJI, which is, in my opinion, not acceptable for an action camera. Look what happened with the GoPro Hero 8, outrage. Next year in the Hero 9, replaceable front lens covers back. Something that has been addressed but is still going to be an issue for many is the overheating. DJI have released a new case which kind of combats that, acts like a bit of a heat sink and just increases the max temperature. But on my previous video, I was thinking, well, why is this really going to be an issue? But someone did mention that they like to record a lot in 4K 60. So in post, if they want to, they can slow down any portion of the footage, which I didn't think of at the time. It's not something that I do. But if that is something that you want to do, then I would avoid this camera because it will overheat after probably about 10 minutes, or I'll flash it up, but it's not long at 4K 60 anyway. Expensive batteries. To buy an additional battery, just the power combo, is around the £50 mark. Now, considering GoPro batteries, the Insta360 batteries are about £20, they're over twice the price and I don't really think that's acceptable. £50 for a spare battery for what would be about 25 minutes record time. That's pretty pricey. The build quality is absolutely superb. You've got corner to corner screen. The metal they use is great, but then at the same time, that's not really action-like. This thing kind of reminds me of with your smartphone. If you were to drop it and it was to land on the corner on a hard surface, that rear screen's probably going to crack. So for me, it's amazing, but it doesn't quite make sense in an action world. And then finally, this is probably a personal point, a little bit controversial. I find the field of view too wide. You know, it's 155 degrees or a 12.7mm full frame equivalent lens. Now, if you compare that to the new Insta360 ONE RS 4K boost lens, that is 16mm. And I also believe a GoPro is probably in that range as well. 12.7mm is a little bit too wide, especially considering the minimal focal distance is 0.3 of a meter. So many, that would be amazing, but for me, B-roll type stuff is too wide and I can't get close enough. I hope you found those points useful or informative that can help you. As ever, drop a comment if there's anything you'd like to know. Please give the video a thumbs up, please like it, that'd be great. Subscribe to the channel, plenty more coming. Catch you in the next one.